Dr. Jean Twenge, author of iGen and professor of psychology at San Diego State University, has written extensively about the rise of mental health diagnoses and the advent of the smartphone. There's been a spike in mental health diagnoses shortly after the release of the first iPhone in 2007. She researched and revealed the findings, writing, "Teens who spend more time on screen activities are more likely to be unhappy, and those who spend more time on non-screen activities are more likely to be happy. And boys' depression increased by 21% between 2012 and 2015, and girls' increased by 50%, more than twice as much." Citing research conducted between 1991 and 2015 by Monitoring the Future, she records that teens are now lonelier than at any time since the survey began in 1991. The National Alliance on Mental Illness has an entire section of their website dedicated to social media and mental health. They talk about a few specific highlights to focus on in regard to social media and mental health, talking about learning people skills, online bullying, comparing ourselves to others, and isolation. Consider your own time of growing up, trying to find your place in this world, figure out who you are, and then add into that the constant connection that technology brings. You never get a break from a bully at school. You see friends sharing about a get-together they had where you weren't invited. You get DMs from random strangers saying awful things or soliciting pictures from you as a young woman. This is the real-life struggle of our kids and teens today who are on social media and use technology. It's a brave new world and one we must be aware of. There are absolutely wonderful benefits to technology. I personally love and enjoy many of the benefits of technology. But with screens everywhere, and many of them always on, we are in the middle of one of the biggest social experiments ever conducted. And the data coming out is frightening. It's not just anxiety and stress and depression that are impacted, sleep is too. Twenge writes that an extensive meta-analysis of studies on electronic device use among children found similar results, that children who used a media device before bed were more likely to sleep less than they should, more likely to sleep poorly, and more than twice as likely to be sleepy during the day. And sleep deprivation is linked to compromised thinking and reasoning, susceptibility to illness, increased weight gain, and high blood pressure. People who don't sleep enough are prone to depression and anxiety. Now, I'm not a the sky is falling kind of person, but I think we think less than we should about the impact of the technology and screen time of our kids. It's not the only issue, or sometimes even the primary issue, but it is definitely something that we need to take more into consideration. So if you have a kid who is struggling with anxiety or stress or body dysmorphia or gender identity or sexuality or social anxiety or isolation or bullying or anything else, take a moment to consider what role technology may be playing in their lives. I'm not saying it's the silver bullet that will alleviate all their challenges, but I am saying that technology is probably a strong contributor in many of those situations. It may not be the cause, but it's definitely more an enabler than a cure. Our desire is to be the primary discipler of our kids, but it seems the older they get or the sooner they get a smart device, our primary discipleship is replaced by the discipleship of a screen. May we receive that caution. Do a technology audit of our house and our family and come to an understanding about the direction that we are headed. There is a connection between technology and mental health. Directly studied, the more time we spend on screen-based activities, the less happy. The more time we spend on non-screen-based activities, the more happy. There's something here that we need to understand and grow to know more about.
Thank you, Ben, for that message. Thanks for joining us for this week's episode of Fridays Are for Families. We place a high value on discipleship, especially in the home, because we believe that strong disciples are made at home. That is why we have a heart to do what we can to empower and equip you to grow as a disciple of Jesus yourself and a disciple maker of your kid. If you have specific questions for information you would like to hear about, we invite you to share them with us, either commenting on this video or on YouTube or Facebook, or by emailing us at family@lifeapathway.com. See you next week.